birth to this club 1 year ago today. It is none other than Gloria Parker, and her icebreaker speech is called The Beginning, the Middle, and the End. Please welcome Gloria Parker.
There we go.
Okay, so in the beginning there was light, and then there was Gloria. Over the last year, I have resisted doing this because I didn't want you all in my business. But then I started thinking about it and went, you know what? That's not really the reason. You tell everybody your business. You just didn't want to revisit your past. So I went, okay, let me look at that for a minute. Okay. So when you go in deep, because I'm a hypnotherapist as well as many other things, you open up a can of worms and you just never know what's going to come up. And so I was concerned about that. So let's just see, because I'm not that comfortable revisiting my past, let's just see if I can tell this story and see how I can handle this one. I was born on January 31st, 1946. I am the youngest of 8 children. And my mother had me at the age of 25. So I want you to think about that for a minute. Imagine being 25 years of age and you've already had 7 full-term births. At least 2 of her babies were illegitimate. That would be my oldest brother and the youngest, which is me. That would, there was a set of twins, so that was 2 more babies, and they died within weeks. And then there was 1 child that died of pneumonia, and he was 3. The other 2 kids that lived, well, they lived, but their father didn't, and she was actually married to him. And so what the courts did is, for whatever reasons, which none of us really know, they came and took those 2 kids away and put them in Catholic boarding homes. Just imagine that trauma. So this is what happens when you have no resources. I had no resources. I had no one. My mother had no one. My grandmother. And so for generations, we just greased the wheel of dysfunction. So who knows how far back that went? Today I'm 73 years old. And I have felt blessed every single day of my life. Except for one hard day when I decided at the age of 13 to commit suicide. So the pills I took didn't work. And the letter that I wrote stirred up more shit than I could have ever imagined happening. We ended up in the court systems. And we were offered counseling. I remember being so scared because my mother told me they were going to put my ass away for what I had done. So I remember sitting in this hallway all alone, waiting for my turn to go in to what I didn't know, but I was there. I remember a big room. I remember a big desk. And I remember her smile. The lady shrink had come around that big desk and sat next to me. And she asked me a question. She said, Gloria, what was so devastating and horrible that you would want to die? So I told her that I was living with this evil person that was controlling, selfish, mean, and all she cared about was money. I told her that since I was 6 years old, I was made to stay home from school to do her work. You see, she took in ironings for the rich, the doctors, the lawyers, the professionals in our city that could afford to have that kind of service for them. my mother would sprinkle down the baskets of clothes that I was made to iron. They were, back then, I don't know, I don't know what was going on, but I know that I could iron a damn shirt starched to the hilt and make it look beautiful. And I did blouses and pants and pajamas, and I don't know, man, they just wanted everything ironed. I even ironed men's underwear. But my mother was also a hypochondriac, and every time she had an opportunity to get sympathy, she went for that, and she always got her way. So, you know, when I was done telling the lady my life and what I endured every day, she said something that has stayed with me all these years to today. And she said to me, "You know, Gloria, there is nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong with me. But you do have a crazy mother." So I went, "Whew, okay, so I'm not going away, right?" You know? And so she said something else. She said, "I want you to hear this. In a few years," she said, "you will go and live your life and you will be free. And I have a feeling that you will have a beautiful life and that you will be okay." So that's what happened back then. This was 60 years ago. And that experience ended up being the best thing that ever happened to me, because I took that with me forever. I took that. She said that I could write volumes about my childhood. This is just one little tiny piece of it. It was not great or good or anything. But that's not why I picked this. That's not why I went there. I went there because I am sharing with you today hope. And I want everybody in this room to know that every sunset, every day, somewhere, I give somebody hope. I give them a smile. I give them a attaboy. And I make sure that everybody, because you don't know who's in front of you, and you don't know what they've been through, and you don't know what they need. But everybody needs kindness and love. And that's what I want. So these people, sometimes we call them angels. So be an angel and do this for everybody that you can every day. Thanks.
All right, same thing as before. Please take your notes on speaker 2 and fill in a few thoughts, what Gloria did well, what you could improve upon, and please pass those over to her evaluator, Sonia. So, oh wait, Taylor is chair. Thank you.
I've got Gloria.
This is, there you go.
Thank you.
That's just